Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 205 for Wednesday, September 2nd, 2009. And the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is Taking Woodstock. Taking Woodstock is the new film from director Ang Lee, and it stars Dimitri Martin, Emile Hirsch, there's a little cameo from Paul Dano in here, Liv Schreiber, and a whole cast of other characters looking like hippies. Taking Woodstock is the true story, I guess, of this guy named Elliot who basically organized Woodstock to happen near his parents' motel. His parents run this motel. He gets word that Woodstock got canceled at the place it was going to be. He invites them over to his place and shows them the field and all this room they're going to have. And what starts off as like, oh yeah, maybe there'll be like 10,000 people, turns into 500,000 people, traffic being jammed, and Woodstock happens. I think Taking Woodstock has some great moments, and it has some great performances, and there are definitely some scenes that I think are very amazing, but I don't really think that it's a great film, and I think there's a few reasons for that. One being that I think the film runs and feels a little too long. It's not a long film at all. It's about a little over 2 hours, I believe. But I think that a lot of the introductory stuff, there's a lot that could be cut out that kind of bogs down the fun that I think you're supposed to have watching this movie, because it's about one of the, if you experience Woodstock, what most people would probably call one of the greatest moments of their life. And I feel like it takes a while to get the ball rolling on that sort of thing. Once the ball does get rolling, though, the film is a lot of fun. Also, there are a few scenes to me that go on for a little too long, and I think my major complaint about the film is editing, and I think Ang Lee does some cool stuff. There's this acid trip scene where Dimitri Martin takes acid, and they're all kind of freaking out psychedelically. And to me, it goes on for way too long. I'm usually never a fan of that unless it's done for comedic purposes or there's an actual dramatic reason for the film. The only reason to me that they do it is to show off with the camera how you can make it look like you're on acid just watching the film. And it looks very cool visually, and I don't think that the scene is overdone as far as, oh, they're overdoing this acid scene, but I think it goes on for a little too long. I get the point, Ang Lee. That being said, though, there are some fantastic moments in the film, and I think the two that stand out most in my mind is the festival begins, and Dimitri Martin and his dad are kind of overlooking this lake where there's a bunch of these hippies that are just swimming naked in this lake and just feeling free, and you can hear the music in the background start, and it's a very kind of cathartic moment, I guess, with Dimitri Martin. And the scene is very quiet, it's very subtle, but I think Ang Lee has a little touch to it that makes it just hits it right on the head. Also, there's a moment where the traffic is all jammed and there's a police officer standing there, and the cop says something about basically, I thought I was going to come down here to beat some hippies over the head with a club, but there's something in the air that's making me feel not like I don't want to do that. And they cut to a really quick scene of this guy walking by, and he just kind of shows the peace sign to the cop, and the cop just kind of recognizes it and throws the peace sign right back. And it's a very subtle moment, but I feel like that scene says so much about that culture and that time and everything that went on. I do wish that some things were a little more subtle in the film. I think the ending is actually quite profound, a little profound. I think at the end it's very subtle. I think Taking Woodstock's a good movie. I don't think it's a great movie. Maybe I had higher hopes for it. Seeing that it was directed by Ang Lee, who has made some amazing films. I mean, Brokeback Mountain, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Ice Storm, which I haven't seen, but I've heard nothing but good things about that film. I just wanted more out of it, I think. And I think also a lot of people's complaints with the film is that they don't show any concert footage. There's no real music. You don't ever really hear Woodstock, which is fine, because I don't want to see that movie. If you want to see that movie, watch the documentary, because that's what it's there for. I just wish Taking Woodstock was a little bit better. That being said, I give Taking Woodstock a 3 out of 5. I think it's a decent film, but I think it could wait for a video rental for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another one for you.